even though you might not see the blessings now, or you might think, oh my gosh, I do the same mundane thing, same thing, it's your blessings sometimes go to your children. And although you might not see it right away, for me, this is my first trip away from my husband being married. And so the whole time I was like texting him or calling him, or like I missed him. And so for us, when we got back, I was like, I want our children to be blessed. Like, I want us to stay faithful. I want to please God because I want our children to be blessed.
Right.
And then a story that I just want to share with you guys for those, wives who are praying for their husband or mothers who are praying for their children, was there was a story that they shared with me, and Sister Nancy, it was in the marriage seminar, and it was that, I'm pretty sure it was a dream, but there was a guy who died in his dream, and he went to heaven, and there was bright light. And as he walked, imagine a hall with a bright light down at the end. And as he walked down the hall, the light got brighter and brighter. And he asked, what is that light? And Jesus told him, that's the light. As you get closer, it gets brighter because those are the people that I'm most pleased with. And he was looking on the halls, and there were pictures on the walls, and there were, preachers and pastors and people that you thought would be at the end of the light, where God's the most pleased. And not all preachers and pastors, but just some, people who were in the limelight. You think, oh, they'd definitely be at the end, but they weren't. They were at the beginning. As he got down to the end, there were empty seats. And the guy told Jesus, well, why are these seats empty? I thought these were people that you're most pleased with. He said, and they are, but they're seats that I'm saving for praying mothers and praying wives. They haven't died yet. So just to be encouragement to those of you who are praying for your husband, who are praying for your children, God is most pleased with you. And fight for them, pray for them, He's saving them.
That's right, that's right.
So that's just something that really resonated with me. And I just, it was such a good conference. We stayed in a room with 10 ladies, and it was like, everybody's different, everybody's personality is different, and getting to know and meet my sisters. Like, you can go to church, but if you don't fellowship and extend yourself to people, then you won't get those relationships. You can come to church, sit down, and leave. You can. But if you come and you start to reach out to people and get to know people, you can build relationships. You can, you have these brothers and sisters who are here, who are in the same boat as you. And they were hilarious. They were so funny. It was so fun. We stopped at a lake. I'm not really like crazy like that, but we were like, let's do it. So we all jumped out, went swimming, and it was so much fun. I really, really encourage you. AJ asked me when I came home. We got home at 10:30, and he's like, so you want to go to bed? But honestly, I was like, I want to do something. Let's go somewhere. But just so used to being at the conference and everybody let's stay up and talk. Let's do this. Let's do this. But I really encourage you guys, if you didn't go this year, go next year. It's so much fun. We didn't know what to expect, and we had a lot of fun. We were really blessed, and that's all.
Good morning, everybody. Most of you know me, I'm Antonia. Those who don't know me, guys. Yes, I am the loud one. I am not the crazy one. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys was that I wanted to get out of the way because I didn't want to write anything down, and I don't want to overthink it. I just want to go to bed, Lord, and you be with the books. But I didn't want to share with you. I was eager to go to this seminar. It's been 2 years on the making and the waiting. Didn't think nothing about it, but the whole time my sister-in-law said, Sister Gwen was in my heart, heavy, praying, crying, and weeping, pleading to God for her life. Thank you, God, for this woman that brought something so good to this church, to each one of us. Her love, her grace, the love of Christ that she shared, important to us, has made a huge difference and impact in all of our lives, not just by myself. But I was so ready to go, and when the time came, things were coming. The position was coming, and my lady got sick before on the same day, and I was like, okay, this doesn't sound good. And right at night, my husband was ready to fall asleep, and I'm hearing my son coughing and his eyes not healing. And I told my husband, I don't want to go. I want to stay. And he just looked at me. I caught him. And I was looking at my son and looking at him, and I could hear God tell me, look at me. Keep your eyes on me. But I kept looking at my husband and told him, can I trust you? He said, just go. And can I really trust you? And he looked at me like, yes, go. but God kept telling me, keep your eyes on me, and that's what He spoke to me through the whole conference. Because we easily get distracted and we look to the left or to the right, to the sister, to the brother, to our husbands, to our children, for encouragement, for maybe a word, and God wants us to keep our eyes on Him and just look at Him first, because our hope comes from Him. Our strength comes from Him. And we were at the conference, my goodness, like all the sisters shared, the presence of God was so powerful. We all needed that. We were away from distractions, from kids, from responsibilities. We were catered to. They cooked for us. All the ladies loved that. And we're like, yeah, this is good. It was so much food. But we went there for the spiritual food. And I was ready. I was open. I've been fasting, and I've been just pouring my heart to God and asking God, Lord, I'm going for you. You doing me what needs to be done. You clean me and let me get out of the way, because I get on the way, I'm going to mess it up. And the enemy, of course, he can try to remind me of my past and remind me of what someone said, or the faces that someone made, or the offenses. And that was the first teaching. It was on offenses. And God got a hold of me and He told me, okay, you hear that? You let it go. And Sister Nancy grabbed her hand and she went like this. This is what God wants me to do. Grab the offense and don't run with it. She said, here, let it go. And I opened both of my hands and I was like, here, Lord, I'm surrendering to you. And I wept at the altar. The worship cleaned us all. We were just an amazing love and grace in the presence of God that I think we all needed. We are back. We are fired. We're not going to give up. God reminded us, the sisters shared, our prayers matter. Our children matter. Our husband matter. Our sisters in Christ matter. So I want to tell to all the ladies, each one of you, I love you. I am not giving up on you. I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to continue to pray for those that have that saved, those that are not saved yet. My son, I know you are coming, but on God's timing. So we need to be patient and be persevere and continue to fight the good fight and not give up on each other. So last night when I went to bed, I was, Lord, in the morning I'm going to talk to you and you're going to give me something that I want me to share. And I told him, I want a scripture, Lord. I want a scripture, but I don't know what song. I'm going to go to bed. And I woke up and I got a notification on my YouTube from a pastor that I love to listen to. And as soon as I turned on, he was talking and I started crying. I'm okay, Lord, that's what you want me to share. And I'm going to share with you guys. And this is for our church, because we need unity. We need the love of Christ. And we're going to continue to fight so we can become the church, because God is going to move. He's bringing change. He's bringing maturity in all of us and not one growth. So the vision is Ephesians 4. As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling. That is worthy of the calling that you have received from God. So I want to just encourage each one of you guys, continue, don't give up. We're going to grow and we're going to see powerful testimonies in this church.
Hello, I'm Terry. When Sister Erin was telling us and he announced about the Wonder Valley Ranch Resort Retreat for Women, and they said it'll be in 2019. I said, what? That's 2 years from now. The rapture could happen. And Sister Erin laughed like crazy. Yo, we don't know what could happen. But, and then after I said, no, yeah, but I'll have my money ready. So I was excited. I mean, more than excited. I had sisters from up north, out of the town, out of the country. We were all excited, even in this church. I couldn't wait to go. I could not wait to hear what God had for me, what God had for everyone else. I couldn't wait to hear the worship, because guess what? There was no children. There was no husbands. There was no one to distract anybody. We were meeting with God, and God met with us. And because He met with us, we received it. We rejoiced. We came in there dirty, but we left out clean, washed by the blood of the Lamb. God touched us. He met with us. And so when Sister Ronnie was talking about being who God has called you to be, I was like, whoa, because you know who God is for you and this and that, but sometimes you have to remember certain things, be reminded of what God has done. One of the things that stuck out to me that she said, God sees the good, the bad, and the ugly in your life. He has a plan for you. We need to serve notice on the devil that he is not to come and torment us no more. Because God is on our side. We are children of the Most High God. Some don't believe that, and that's sad. But you know what? The days are coming. Everybody's going to believe it. Because we're going to keep reminding you who you are in Christ. Because when we know who we are in Christ, the devil can't touch us. So another thing that was said over there too. Oh, I can't get my phone. Sister Sabrina, oh my gosh. Woman is on fire for the Lord. I mean, they're just in line for Norwalk at Norwalk Church. And her and her husband, they're a pastor, and the things that she spoke about, the lost art of respect. So true. Even in the house of God, people don't have respect. People will dog another person to get what they want for their selfish gain. But we need to realize God sees all, knows all, and hears all. Whatever's going on in your heart, if you're lustful, if you're prideful, if you're desperate, if you're insecure, don't go after someone else's property or whatever. Go before God. Tell God. Let God know what's going on in your heart. I don't care. It's the simple words that you just say without cussing. Tell God what's going on in your heart. Let him know. Trust me, he will get you. He will help you. Not get you to spank you, but get you to love on you and let you know he is there for you. But you gotta believe God is real. He is so real. So one of the things that she said was how she was mean and angry, but the reason why she was mean and angry in her life is because her mom died. And then her dad treated them so mean and so bad. And it was her and her brothers, and she ended up having to go live with another pastor and his family and his wife. And she dogged the pastor's wife. Oh my gosh, she dogged her. But God, the pastor's wife kept praying for her. And then her heart started growing weary. And she's telling another pastor's wife, I don't know if I can keep doing this. But the other pastor's wife said, don't give up on her. Because God won't give up on you. Don't give up on her, because God's got a plan for that girl. Right. Oh boy, does he. Her and her husband, Pastor Danny, are doing amazing work in Norwalk. Who knew these two that were up there running amok, doing their own thing for the world, that when they got saved, transformed and renewed in their heart, their mind, and their spirit, the very things that God had planned for them. See, we don't know what God has planned for us. Another thing they talked about was Martha and Mary. Martha had a title. Mary had a calling. Martha wanted to run house, dictate, control everyone. She wanted everything to be how she wanted to be, pretty and this and that. But Mary had a calling. Mary sat at the feet of Jesus. She learned, she grew, she was humble, she was meek. But then Martha tried to get into Mary's ear. But God got a hold of that and said, Jesus got a hold of that and said, no. He reminded of Mary what her calling was, and Mary rose up against that in a good way. Another thing, Sister Glenda, she did a prophesy on me. But before she did that, I walked in there and I said, okay, I want to sit in the back, and I want to sit where I know she ain't going. Because I didn't want her to touch me. I didn't want her to come near me, because I was like, oh, everybody's going to hear and see. So then here I am, I'm walking into the room. I had a friend, she was calling me to go sit with her because it was packed. And I didn't hear her. I went to go sit in this one area. And then I sat there, no problem. I was like, yay, I got a good seat, wait in the back. And so then, but when Glenda started walking, she didn't go to the front this time. She went a beeline for one aisle, and she kept hitting everybody that was on those end chairs. I was on the end chair. When she came and touched me, she said, do you know who you are? I said, yes. She goes, of course you do. God loves you. You make the devil run. He's scared of you. The devil don't like me, because I love my God. I know who I am in Christ. I know what God can do for me and everybody in here. I see my sister paralyzed from the neck down. We went into the pastor at that time went into the hospital, called my mom and said, your daughter's going to walk again because God says she is. Do you know we went into the hospital? He touched my sister, prayed over her. He said she's going to wiggle her toes. She wiggled her toes. He said 3 to 4 months she's going to be in rehab, and she's going to walk again. She's going to walk out of the hospital. I wasn't really that saved, but she walked out of that hospital. And I never forgot the healing power of that. I never forgot that what God said he's going to do is going to be done. I never forgot what God said he's going to do. But then she added some new things. She told me what those things, but she added new things that I'm going to be the one that God's going to use to do miracles. So see miracles happen, because I'm going to believe by faith. I'm not going to waver. I'm not going to doubt. I'm not going to get frustrated. But also God told me what I need to do in this season. So bear with me, because God is going to have me doing some things that are going to be off to the side, that I got to get a hold of God into a deeper. I got to go deeper, deeper than I've ever gone. Because this ain't no playground. That devil is real. That devil is ugly, and he's nothing to play with, and neither is his people. So I gotta go with the army of God backing me up. I can't do this alone. And then we're all gonna do this together. We're all gonna see miracles in the marriages, in the children, and our finances, in the church, San Pedro. You know why we're not gonna sit back to Norwalk? Because God's got a plan for this church. Wake up, get fired up, surrender all, seek the Lord while he can be found. Right now, in Jesus' name. Oh, I didn't know that was my mark to be. God is good. Bye.
We're bow our heads for a quick moment, please. We're bow our heads for a quick moment, please. Just for a quick moment.